Since Ukraine's independence in 1991, the United States has supported Ukrainians as they build democratic skills and institutions, as they promote civic participation and good governance, all of which are preconditions for Ukraine to achieve its European aspirations. We've invested over $5 billion to assist Ukraine in these and other goals that will ensure a secure and prosperous and democratic Ukraine.
When you're a high-ranking official talking about diplomatic efforts in Ukraine, the last thing you want to do is drop your guard.
So that would be great, I think, to help glue this thing and have the UN help glue it and, the EU.
But that is exactly what reportedly happened between US Assistant Secretary of State Victoria Nuland and US Ambassador to Ukraine Jeffrey Pyatt. The exchange has since surfaced online, including the crude swipe at the European Union. The audio clip of a woman and man, said to be Nuland and Pyatt, hears them discussing strategies to work with the three main opposition figures.
I don't think Klitsch should go into the government. I don't think it's necessary. I don't think it's a good idea.
In terms of him not going into the government, just let him sort of stay out and do his political homework and stuff. I'm just thinking in terms of sort of the process moving ahead, we want to keep the moderate Democrats together. The problem is going to be Tynybok and his guys. And, I'm sure that's part of what Yanukovych is calculating on all of this.
I think Yats is the guy who's got the economic experience, the governing experience. He's the guy, what he needs is Klitsch and Tynybok on the outside. He needs to be talking to them 4 times a week. I just think Klitsch going in, he's going to be at that level working for Yatsenyuk. It's just not going to work.
There is a suggestion for Nuland to contact Klitschko directly to play to his top dog sensibilities, while Nuland refers to getting the United Nations involved in a political solution. And that's where the unfortunate comment arises.
I'm obviously not going to comment on private diplomatic conversations, other than to say it was pretty impressive tradecraft. The audio was extremely clear.
People of Ukraine, this is your moment. The free world is with you. America is with you. I am with you.
Hello, how are you? Good to see you. We're here from America. Would you like some bread? Please take something.
Thank you for coming here.
This was Nuland and Pyatt visiting Independence Square in Kiev in December, handing out food to protesters and police.
What about that dramatic video, I Am Ukrainian, that went viral as the crisis was unfolding? It was so compelling, so heart-wrenching. Yeah, but who made it? A whisper to a roar. Who are these people? Oh look, a link in the description. Let's click it. They have a website and a behind-the-scenes section. Oh, it lists the filmmakers. Who's this here? Larry Diamond, inspiration and executive producer. He's also a member of the Council on Foreign Relations and the National Endowment for Democracy. And he's an advisor for the U.S. State Department. You know the funny thing about the National Endowment for Democracy? Is that even though they call themselves an NGO, they get virtually all of their money from the U.S. federal government. You can easily verify this by downloading their annual financial disclosures. I'm sure it's just a coincidence that the NED has been pouring massive amounts of money into Ukraine to, quote, strengthen democracy and civil society. That sounds nice, doesn't it? Democracy, civil society. Of course, by now you've realized that when they talk about spreading democracy, what they really mean is regime change.
Russian officials, Kremlin aide, essentially accused Washington today of intervening, of arming the rebels. My question is,
the opposition movement has been peaceful, and they're peaceful protests. That is the hallmark of this opposition. So I don't know honestly what he's talking about.
President Obama knows what the Ukrainian leader should do.
We hold the Ukrainian government primarily responsible for making sure that it is dealing with peaceful protesters in an appropriate way.
Здавайтесь, забирайтесь, здавайтесь!
Бутылки с зажигательной смесью. Вот один из бойцов Беркута вспыхивает как факел. Сослуживцы пытаются погасить горящее на нем обмундирование. Двух милиционеров выдергивают из кордона и тоже избивают. Щиты оставляют себе. Вскоре в плен берут еще одного.
Украина, которую захватили экстремисты. Мужчины, одетые в камуфляжную форму, стреляют из окон по милиционерам, находящимся на площади Независимости. Боевики используют оптические прицелы. Так уже
It is a pleasure to welcome Prime Minister Yatsenyuk to the Oval Office, to the White House. I think all of us have seen the courage of the Ukrainian people in standing up on behalf of democracy and on the desire that I believe is universal for people to be able to determine their own destiny.
Про звільнення табачника для виконання обов'язків міністра науки і культури в цілому, за основу і в цілому. Прошу голосувати. Прошу
підтримати. Прошу голосувати. За основу і в цілому. Голосуємо.
Не бить, не трогать. Не бить, не бить. Не трогать.
Це хто? Кого ведемо, хлопці? А что он делал?
Сиди тут. Сиди. Сядь, зараз тобі от бумажка. Сиди, будь ласка. Бумажка. Пиши, от ручка. Пиши. Я тобі сказав, швидко пиши. Знімай, на, пиши. Собака ще кидає. Бігом пиши. Ти будеш брехати на Україні.
But amidst the flowers and the children's tributes, flashes of something more sinister.
Правий сектор. Депутатів записатись на виступи від фракції.
Groups of armed men strut through the square with dubious iconography. That yellow armband is a Volksangel, a German symbol used by several SS divisions during the Second World War. Far-right graffiti is appearing, daubed on the walls of the city.
Леша.
На 4-м этаже, на улице Дмитровская, там, где находится здание СБУ, туда не пускают рядовых сотрудников СБУ. Там находятся только разведчики Центрального разведывательного управления. Точно так же они контролируют армию, телефоны, оборудование. Они
A planned free trade deal between the EU and the US will make it easier for Europe to buy American gas imports, Barack Obama has said. The President of the United States told reporters in Brussels that the agreement currently under negotiation would help the EU reduce its dependency on Russian gas.